So who could forget the dancing nurses? Yeah. During a traumatic period in all our lives. Yeah. And let's not forget the dancing doctors, because, hey. And it reminded me actually of, remember that picture from the noughties, Tony Blair? Iraqi selfie stars in UK art exhibition. Now, obviously, he didn't take it. It was made up, but, I mean, it certainly reminds people of, how well Tony Blair did out of, the Iraq War. I mean, remember, it was tried first time round in, was it the 1990s? Remember the first Iraq War? Or, historians could talk about far earlier times than that. Agreed. But then it was, what was it, George Bush Senior at the time? And the thing you had to question was, why would you leave a supposed dictator still in charge the first time round? Yeah. And then, of course, you had the Gulf War Part 2. Yeah. Weapons of mass destruction, blah, blah, blah. Well, I seem to remember a certain weapons expert, what was his name, Dr. David Kelly. It didn't end very well for him. Things apparently happened to him, remember? Dr. David Kelly. Type that in. Then, of course, there was another guy around about the same time, Robin Cook. Yes, remember him? Yeah. But Tony did very well. He did really, really well. And under fair use, let me play you this. And remember, they're all players. They're all theatre. That individual there, what was it, the Green Party, blah, blah, blah. Already speaking in it, pretty much most other languages except their own, to, garner votes and all the rest of it. They're still all puppets, absolutely. But there's this common thing, there is this disconnect, which I would argue, and that was my comment, which is palpable, yeah, the disconnect. And it is mockery, because it literally tells you, it doesn't matter which puppets, politician-wise, anybody engaging in this kind of stuff, I mean, behind the scenes, they're all networked. They really are. And there is this disconnect. They don't have any empathy for their actions or perceived actions as puppets. Seriously.
We have our New Yorker. 2.
None of these people are financially affected by what's going on. None of them. They are all at various troughs. And this is part of the mockery. Seriously, this is part of the disconnect. I mean, you know why I'm pretty shadow banned. The disconnect is palpable so far. 7 hours ago, remember? 7 hours ago, I got a whole 8 thumbs up in 7 hours. But it's so true. Seriously. There is a disconnect. There is a time and place for this, but it's not when we are facing crisis after crisis. It would make one think they couldn't give a hoot. And it's so true. I mean, whether it's Ireland, and there's many, fine YouTubers, whatever you want to call them over there. Although my frustration with many, bar I think one or two, in fact one actually, is none of them talk about, Freemasonry, the occult in general. They don't. That idiot of, what's his name again? Ulysses Averio. He at least occasionally talks about Freemasonry. Yeah. But the rest of the Irish team, YouTuber-wise, they're like, see what's going on there, see what's going on there. Some of them are better than others. I still like people like Derek Domino, but they're still not talking about what's behind what's going on. They're just, they're just pointing out it's going on. which is a tad frustrating because you're not coming up with solutions. Anyway, your thoughts, and I'll speak to you soon.